You know that feeling when a project is wrapping up, everyone's excited about the launch, and then someone's in the meeting and says, "Wait, did we do accessibility testing?" And then the room goes quiet. Because the answer is usually, sort of, we ran through a few things. That's not good enough anymore. Accessibility isn't nice to have. It's a legal requirement in many countries. It's a user experience issue for millions of people, and it's one of the most commonly skipped steps in QA. Today, we're diving into accessibility testing, specifically how you can use QA Touch's AI features to do a lot of the heavy analytical work so your team can focus on things that actually need human judgment. Here's what we're going to cover. 1. Why manual accessibility audits are failing teams right now. 2. A live demo of AI-powered accessibility analysis inside QA Touch. 3. WCAG compliance checks and what actionable suggestions actually look like. 4. A real-world scenario, walking with the web app review. And 5. What the time and consistency impact looks like for your team. Let's get into this. Let's start with reality check. WCAG, the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, is the gold standard for digital accessibility. WCAG 2.1 and 2.2 have hundreds of success criteria across 3 conformance levels, A, AA, and AAA. Most companies target AA compliance at minimum. Now think about what a manual accessibility audit looks like. A tester who was handed the task without specific accessibility training, and they work through a checklist. They check keyboard navigation, they check color contrast ratios, they look at alt text, they try to tab through modals, they check ARIA labels. And that's just for one page. Most web applications have dozens, sometimes hundreds of pages, complex components, dynamic content, custom widgets. Here are 3 specific things that break down in manual accessibility reviews. First, coverage gaps. Even thorough testers miss things, not because they're bad at their jobs, but because accessibility spans visual, auditory, motor, and cognitive dimensions simultaneously. It is a lot to hold in your head at once. Second, inconsistency between reviewers. One tester might flag a contrast issue, another might not flag it because it looks fine to them. Manual audits are subjective in ways that are hard to control. Third is time. A thorough manual accessibility audit of a medium complexity web app can take days, and if the app changes, which it does constantly, you start the clock again. 96% of home pages have detectable accessibility failures. Let that sink in. This isn't a niche problem. This is the norm, and the manual process isn't keeping up. That's the problem. Now let's look at what AI can do about it. Okay, let me show you how this actually works in QA Touch. I've got a project here for a web application. Let's say it's an e-commerce checkout flow. It's got a login page, a product catalog, a cart, and a multi-step checkout. First thing I'm going to do is go to AI Test Case Management, choose the AI Prompt Test Case, and I'm going to uncheck all of these boxes except for accessibility. Usually you want to provide as detailed a prompt as you can, but I'm just going to put the simple one here for today. Generate accessibility test cases for a multi-step checkout flow. The flow includes a login page, a product page with filter controls, a shopping cart, and a payment form. We are targeting WCAG 2.1 AA compliance. Go ahead and hit the generate button. And after a few seconds here, we have a structured set of accessibility test cases that should be mapping directly to WCAG success criteria. If you take a quick look, we have keyboard navigation, screen reader announcements, color contrast, form fill errors, focus, filter controls, accessible labels, and so forth and so on. If you click on any of these, and you can see the actual steps and expected results for each one. Our prompt was pretty generic, so you're going to want to go through and either reprompt it with specific details of your application, or go in and manually update whatever pieces that you need to update that fit your application's needs. But once you're ready, you can go ahead and hit the save button, and it'll automatically make a new folder here. Inside of the folder, you'll have all of the test cases that you just generated. You can add them to a test run, execute them, and do all the normal things. Another thing that we can do here in QA Touch is go over to the security reports section, and they actually have a free website accessibility scanner. I'm going to put in the URL for my courses.glitchitsystem.com site. It's just my landing page where all my courses are available. If you scroll down, you can also see there's a free QA Touch course that goes over the different AI features that QA Touch offers. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this URL, go back into QA Touch, paste that in here, and click on Start Scan. After a little bit of time, if you refresh the page, you can see that it's completed. I can go ahead and click on View here, and I'll get a detailed list of issues on my website. You can see that each issue tells you which rule it is, what the impact is, what the description is, the effective element, and how to fix it. It even has a link for Know More, which will take you to DQ University, and it will tell you in detail how to fix these type of issues. You can see that using this 2-step process of using QA Touch's AI to generate test cases, and also using the accessibility link scanner to scan and find issues, will speed up your workflow and help you find all of those WCAG issues in just a matter of moments. The scanner will find the obvious issues, and the AI test cases will walk you through how to manually check for edge cases and anything that the scanner can't find. Let me put this in a real context. Let's say your team does a quarterly accessibility review. It's a mix of new features from the last 3 months and a sample of existing pages. Your accessibility focused testers spent about 4 days creating test cases, running thorough checklists, and documenting findings. It was thorough, but it was a bottleneck. That tester became the single point of failure for accessibility quality. With QA Touch's AI, here's what changes. Test case creation for a full quarterly review, which might cover 15 pages and 8 major components, will take you from 4 days to about half a day. The AI generates the test cases, the tester reviews and adjusts for anything specific to your application, and they're ready to execute. The other thing that changes is who can do accessibility testing. When the test cases are clear and mapped to specific WCAG criteria, you don't need your one accessibility specialist to be in every test session. You can distribute accessibility test cases across your team. And at the end of your review cycle, QA Touch gives you a structured report of your findings, what passed, what failed, what severity distribution looks like, and which WCAG criteria you're failing most often. This is your compliance evidence. This is what you show your legal team, your product owner, or your accessibility officer. Now let's talk about impact in concrete terms. Teams using AI-assisted test generation report meaningful reductions in test case creation time. That's not a marginal improvement. That's getting real hours back in your sprint. Every page, every component, and every release gets the same WCAG coverage. No more gaps because a particular tester was on vacation or unfamiliar with a specific criterion. When your audit report maps every finding back to a specific WCAG criterion with a severity rating and remediation note, you have documentation that actually means something, not a spreadsheet of vague notes. And honestly, there's a team culture benefit too. When accessibility is easy to test and findings are easy to communicate, it stops being the scary, complicated thing that gets pushed to the end of the project. It becomes a normal part of the workflow. That shift in mindset matters. If this was useful, give it a like. It genuinely helps get this content in front of more QA teams that need it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below. What's the biggest accessibility testing challenge your team is dealing with right now? All right, see you in the next one.